Hi, I'm Corey from Davin Tech Group. We're doing a weekly vlog to kind of capture all the behind the scenes of running an IT company. We're located in downtown Plymouth, Massachusetts. This week we had a couple of great meetings. We started off our week in Duxbury, doing a walkthrough for a new client that we're doing a build out for. We then went to Somerville, which is a suburb of Boston, to meet with a new startup, which is really cool. We did another on-site discovery meeting there. And then we ended the week with a local burger chain on the South Shore. They make amazing burgers. We saw all their facilities and did a walkthrough. And then we had a bunch of internal meetings, kind of a little more boring, but hopefully you guys will find it interesting. And we're hopefully going to release these every single week on Sundays, and excited to bring you along. I was doing IT consulting for like 5 to 8 years, and I had an opportunity, had a relationship with a company in San Francisco, and they were our first client. They still are our client. It's a BHC, and that gave us the cash flow to bring on Mike, and then we just kind of grew organically. We kept growing our network and relationships, building on them, and bringing them into our services. The rest is history. Yeah, so in that meeting, it's really more about just what's changed since last week. What are the general just construction items that are TBD or that need to be completed or that have been completed? What are the next steps? And then we just report on the more construction elements of the IT piece. So pulling Ethernet cable, making sure that we're going to pull permits to have that work done, inspections in place, getting our team scheduled. Then once everything's finished, sheetrock's up, walls are painted, etc., we'll go back and install access points, security cameras, and get our stack completely set up, which is the majority of our work. Which is great, because it takes the pressure off when construction's moving along. We're not in the middle of it, causing disruption or causing slowdowns. It's really the place you don't want to be. Talking about construction is being in a place where you're the hold up for other things to happen, so we don't. Why is it so cold in here?
That's what I've been saying all day.
What the hell?
It's freezing.
Why is the heat off?
I'm glad I'm not crazy.
Yeah, no, it's cold in here.
Oh,
cold.
did it get shut off
for
for the weekend, maybe?
I mean, maybe it was off just due to...
Does it have like an auto off, maybe?
No, it was like selected off. Maybe we just had it off from the week before.
It was real warm, yeah.
It was nice and warm, exactly.
It's freezing right now.
Exactly.
Oh, no worries.
My own fault. Yeah. Josh is gonna like kind of capture some of this. You know? I kind of baked in like a workflow. There was like an approval piece.
No, I haven't seen any of it yet. I'm going up right.
So today we're headed to Somerville to meet with a potential new client. We're going to do a discovery of just their facility, talk about strategy, projects, their a budding startup. We just received a couple $1 million in funding. So follow along as we drive to Somerville. Somerville. We're on site to do our discovery. It'll be about an hour-long meeting, and we'll check in with you later. So we just finished up our meeting in Somerville. It was a good discovery. They have a really cool facility. They're a 3D printing shop where they're making essentially an aluminum additive to reduce the cost that it takes to create aluminum. Overall, they're a really cool startup. They're in there building desk furniture and their conference room, but really excited to be working with them and working on a couple projects. I have a client review meeting in a half hour, which we'll take in the car, which will be wonderful. And then a SOP meeting, standard operating procedure, where we go through and create processes to improve our efficiency within the team. So those are always lovely discussions, but they're pretty meaningful, pretty impactful, which is nice. Perfect.
From the za table.
From the za, crumbs from the za table. I like that.
Za table's she's dry. No za.
I mean, that sounds like a problem we could solve on Friday. Make sure the za is flush.
Yeah. Taco Bell Friday. Whole team.
Not having Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's what you think. That's what you say.
Yeah. You can get Taco Bell. We're not getting Taco Bell.
You can. I will go.
Yep.
And so that's just about all set. I think, Mike, you were going to head over there.
Success.
Potentially today. Basically go over there, test printing, making sure everything works. And then we're just waiting to hear back from one piece of software they use for their consignment. So, should be
start with the clap, and just to confirm, you can see my screen? Perfect. So you'll see that there's a couple of indicators here. You have these icons which identify the existing location of the access points. And then these are the proposed locations. Here's what the heat map looks like, future state of that coverage. So an AP being here, and then an AP being here. This is on 5 gigahertz, so it's like fully locked and loaded. And it's all your connectivity for, this is on the basement floor, by the way.
I thought at some point we were getting transcriptions and dial pads and help stuff.
We do for any voicemail coming into the support mailbox. It's support the voicemail mailbox.
big office.
No, it's fine. So what we're gonna do, it can be totally self-guided. You can walk us around. So if you,
Okay.
I just want to grab some photos.
Okay.
Josh is our videographer. Already got.
Okay.
He said it was fine.
Yep.
So basically, we just want to walk through, take some photos, document some stuff.
Okay.
We're gathering a whole bunch of items and
Yep.
details, and
Yep.
then we're gonna go back to Keith and have
Okay.
a discussion about like what can we do to improve the environment. What are you
Yes.
looking to do? It's like
Yes,
simple.
perfect. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, this is where the most of it is, other
Okay.
the micros, cameras. That is my cubby where I do all the accounting.
Perfect.
But this is the desktop that the managers use.
Okay.
And then this is useless. We used to have QuickBooks, so we had to have a server. So that's just still
So that
sitting
acts
here.
as your server?
We're online now.
Gotcha.
So it just sits there. So I don't know if you need me to show you anything or you're just going to walk through.
We're just do a walkthrough. We're going
Okay.
to all the sites. So we're
Yeah,
starting
yep.
here, Marshfield, Plimpton,
Right.
and then Hyannis.
Yep.
So we're making the rounds.
Yes.
But we
Yep.
should be out of here in probably 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You need to take pictures. Meet me out of the way so you can get
If
in
you
here.
don't mind,
Not at all.
photos.
Sorry,
and
there's
sort of thing.
not much room in here. You're welcome.
Comcast router's behind you, up on the wall.
Where do you even see that?
Wow.
Oh, yeah, yep.
We're just doing a discovery. They're our new client, so we typically, when we begin with a client, we like to get an idea of what we're dealing with, get a baseline of the infrastructure, the systems they're using, how their configurations are set up. This is pretty typical for a restaurant, for being honest. So, it is what it is. But this is our first of 4 stops for the day, starting in Plymouth, heading to Marshfield, Plimpton, Hyannis. This is a local burger joint on the South Shore. Excellent food. But yeah, we're just digging into the details. Oh, that's not my phone. That's my phone. And got some old school telephones.
So I'm thinking there's a access point somewhere.
Well, there's a cable that goes over here. Okay, it goes to this printer. Oh, look at it. Cool. For like wireless coverage, maybe behind the bar, maybe. It's like wireless coverage. It could be. Perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
Yes, both. It could be something in the building too, or adjacent.
Mind if I get behind the bar just to see if there's any networking infrastructure?
Oh, go ahead. I just gonna grab a couple of drinks, but you can go slide on through.
Thank you very much.
Right, because then,
Hi, how are you?
Alright, so I guess we'll just head back downstairs and I need way more cards on me.
Sure.
Telling you, being on camera brings people out. Everyone's just like, what are you doing?
No, nobody, everybody puts eyes on people when there's cameras.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's like,
Just really 10 minutes?
Okay.
You need 10 minutes?
I'm on your schedule.
Okay, then we'll just roll up then. I will be the chauffeur.
You're going out the front.
Are you really? Okay.
It's a pretty lame race.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already here. I'm outside. There's no way he's even close.
Wait.
Now, is that a good shot or what?
You're late.
The access point thing was called Ingenious.
Ingenious. E-N-Genius.
It's,
Yeah, we're just doing an IT walkthrough, doing some discovery work.
Okay.
These things?
Did you all then?
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Oh, I was thinking the onion roll. What do you call those?
All right, so it looks relatively similar.
Yep.
Oh, but they, did I put the plain wheel? This is the plain
I love the mapping.
That's a unique one. I have not seen it. So again, what we're doing here is we're just gathering information for our initial walkthrough, seeing about infrastructure, systems that are in place, how they're using their technology, and just gathering everything we can, taking photos, documenting, doing a quick wireless analysis to see if they have access points, we can find them. So this is kind of like our baseline when we first engage with a new client. We like to do a baseline, a little discovery, just to see what we're working with so that we can make some formal recommendations, develop a strategy, and then execute against that strategy. Ian, I will try to snap that. It looks like this is behind the door.
Yeah, so I got this thing, which I believe is MVR. I don't know what this top unit is, but this is another Sonos device.
Also, while we're on site, we like to kind of display how to reach us as a team. We have this little card that we hand out to clients that allows them to easily be able to communicate with us, reach out to us when they need support, and just put them in places, pin them to a bulletin board, keep them on a keyboard, whatever it may be. Just an easy way for our clients to reach out to us. I got a photo of this. I didn't grab that switch.
Okay.
There's no real patch panel. It seems like everything's just like there.
Yeah.
Or it goes up into the ceiling, up and over, which, again, super typical of a restaurant, just to have everything kind of slammed into one room, maximizing real estate for patrons and customers. So, not uncommon. So typically when you go to a new site, a lot of it is just trying to find access points. Sometimes they're in the ceiling, sometimes they're mounted, sometimes they're under desks. We do an analysis just to identify what's visible. A lot of the neighboring, businesses and whatnot all have access points. They're all interfering with each other, variety of channels, different spectrums. So we want to try to pinpoint where these are. Hopefully they're sleeve mounted. We'll find out. Do you want to pick up behind the bar and take a look at the POS system real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Show up.
So we just arrived at the third location in Plimpton. We're gonna go inside, take a quick peek, and see what we find.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you been?
I've been well. How have you been?
Great. Great. Been a long time.
Yeah, I know. Anything new recently?
Just a little opening in Plimpton, that's it.
No big deal.
No, we've just been busy. It's been great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been really good, so be right with you.
Thank you.
Gotta shake you.
a nice location.
Right up.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Corey, nice to meet you. Yeah.
You obviously know Ian.
I know Ian, yes.
Our videographer Josh. We're here at Duxbury. We just finished
Okay.
up in Marshfield.
Okay.
All went smooth, all went good. We're just gathering data.
Okay.
Do
Great.
you mind just showing us
Sure.
where all the IT equipment is? We take a quick peek and
Yeah,
see
sure.
if we make
Got
sense
it.
of it?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Right next.
Perfect. This is all it?
That's it.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Kate.
I don't know how you found anything in the other stores. It's also like
To be fair,
compacted and-
that's how restaurants are. It's just,
I
you know, you
know.
guys have all your space for customers, which makes the
Right.
most sense, and
Yeah.
then all the admin stuff is just crammed into a corner.
It's true.
Yeah, for sure.
That's true. If you need anything or I can help with anything, just let me know.
Perfect.
Okay.
We'll check in before we leave as well.
Okay, great.
Thanks, Kate.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, got a patch panel. Moving up.
Yeah.
Moving up. Yeah, take these. Or might be using the Comcast. Okay. Ah, cool. How's it going? Anything up?
I mean, I thought I was going to be on
Cool. So we're good to go.
Okay.
Just wanted to check in.
Yeah,
I'll
we
give
have
you-
lots of stuff. We
give you a
have
card,
lots of
just
needs,
have it.
I should say.
Yeah.
We really do.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'm not a tech person at all, you know.
No, sure.
And just like the little things you can end up struggling with, but we don't have anybody that really to go to for even
Yeah.
like, you know, from big to small, you
Yeah.
know, across the board kind of. So it'll be
For all the locations, we left little support cards that are like this.
Okay.
I left them on all of the computers and whatnot. So
right.
there's two sides. There's a call and email side, just so like if you pin it to like a board that your team can
Okay.
reach out to.
Okay.
Like you said, big or small, feel free to
Okay.
reach out.
Okay.
We're gonna.
And there's and lots of dumb questions are okay too, right?
Oh, of course, of
That's
course.
why, yeah, that's why we have you, right?
No worries. So we're gonna compile all this data and
Okay.
then we'll put it into a plan. We'll sit down with Keith Keenan and you
Okay.
if you want to join that meeting as
Yeah.
well. We can kind of hash out what we suggest, recommendations, what you guys need, and go from there.
Right, that sounds good. It's great.
Cool. Pleasure meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, so gentlemen, we're off to Hyannis and it is 49 minutes away. So maybe our hopes of our travel endeavors are not going to be over, or as short as we had hoped.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be timed for a perfect 5 o'clock at night.
No, it's pretty much do like EL or AOL.com or something. Gives you the price. So, we've arrived at the fourth and final location in Hyannis, and it's been a long day of driving. But we'll go in, take a peek, and then see what we got. Yeah, this is nice. So you're the last stop for today.
Oh, cool.
And all the others. Typical restaurant. Nothing like super red flag, but we want to make sure we can take a look at this spot as well.
Oh, yeah, dude, of course, yeah.
Okay. You want to show us the back office and we can go from there?
Yeah.
And then we can just be self-guided. I see you're working.
Okay, actually, it might be a few minutes because
What is it in regards to?
Just the IT walkthrough. We're just doing a walkthrough for all the.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you can see network. Check out like I have also like where all the IT stuff downstairs.
Yeah, let's
go
take it down there, and then we can work our way up.
I didn't know if you needed to see like that or if you needed, I'm like, dude,
No, yeah, we're looking. Yeah, so we're looking at all infrastructure for now.
Yeah.
So, you know, networking equipment, servers, workstations.
Okay, cool.
So
I know, it's a pretty good storage. So this has been the place in the back. They have their, you know, storage tool over there, all their cooler. I mean, dude, it's kind of a mess down here. You guys know how that.
That's
This is all old. This is one of like the oldest buildings.
Oh, this is where the magic happens.
Yeah, dude,
Okay.
this is a mess right here. So.
Where do you think this is located? If we're like on the floor above us, is this like?
Oh, this is going into the back of the office upstairs.
The office. Okay.
Yep. So I'll show you where this is all going. Like these go directly up there, and I think most of these switches line up right up there.
Okay. Cool.
So this is where I'll frequently come down and unplug everything like every Monday. It's such a pain down here.
You have to do that?
Dude, we have like every Monday we have, I mean, since I can remember, micros, I don't know if we lose power every week, but micros, the guys, I'll get a call, they'll be like, oh, we couldn't sign in today because
like your team calls you.
Yeah. I'll have like a kitchen staff member who gets here early to do the prep, come down, punch in, and they'll be like, hey, I couldn't punch in, and that's because our network dropped overnight. And I'm like, I usually have to come in, reload the database on Oracle. And then I'll notice as well. So I'll show you the Ingenious network that we use. That's like the name that the guy had originally.
Yeah, we've seen them all over the place.
Yeah. Ingenious.
Yeah.
Okay. And
well, we've seen them all over the place in your facility. They're not They're not very common.
No, I don't know what we're dealing with here. Like I'm usually pretty good with like setting up Wi-Fi and networks, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what the purpose of this is. I think it's tied into the Sonos or maybe the jukebox.
It might be doing both.
Okay.
So you have an amp at most of your sites for like a Sonos amp, and then you have like in ceiling speakers and whatnot.
Yeah.
We can take a peek when we're upstairs, but yeah, when we saw the Ingenious unit, I've been in this industry for a long time, and I was like, I've never heard of this brand.
Yeah.
Ever.
I don't know what it is.
I've seen a lot of stuff.
So that's the only network upstairs that works too. Maybe you can help me out with this too. Like, I mean,
yeah,
upstairs,
well,
my public network doesn't work upstairs. I'm like,
yeah. So like our goal here, and through all the sites, we're capturing just data, documenting, taking photos. We're gonna go back, compile it all as a team, huddle together.
Okay.
And then come up with a plan of like, okay, well. Plymouth, there's no like patch panel. Like, do you want to organize it? Do you want a more robust network? And then you can pick things off as you want.
Okay.
Like if this is like super high priority or like super low on the totem pole, we can tackle it.
No, we're pretty good here. I just I do have issues with that Ingenious network. It's so funny. I have to physically get up or teach these guys to get up on a chair out there, and it's almost like looks like a smoke alarm.
Detector. You pull it down, and unplug it.
I gotta unplug it and I reset that, but it's not the like our internet hasn't dropped because I can still connect to that modem.
So that might be something we can place pretty quickly, especially where whichever one of these runs up into the ceiling. We can figure that out.
Okay.
We can get like an access point or a couple of access points just to like you can have good coverage for your patrons and customers, but also you don't have to deal with this nightmare every month. I mean, yeah, it's a very real risk. Like you got to think about how can you hedge when it comes to like your risk management strategy.
Exactly. Don't excuse the mess in here. This is like
honestly, this is like restaurants. Okay. No offense, this is like restaurants.
Exactly. And when I came down here, it was already a mess. And I'm not a very clean guy, anyways. But just with my, tech, I would like it to be kind of organized.
Yeah.
So this is our server. This is our micro server, and which is ridiculous. I wish everything was, all cloud-based. But and then I think most of the network comes.
You have one of these at every site.
Yep. I think most of the network.
I can get behind and take a photo with a flash on.
Let's pull this shit out of here too. Sorry. We can pull these out of here. This printer doesn't work right now either. That's a hardware issue probably.
Not a... Man, this is all coax.
For the cameras?
Yeah. This is like a really old system. GW. I'm trying to like picture like downstairs, that MDF location, like, I feel like it's like on this wall or like over here.
So I think that the MDF is about 15 feet that way.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I kind of like assumed it was kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll shift this back. I don't.
Did you get an IP? Does it matter?
So everything's in scope. It's just a matter of like us identifying.
That's awesome, dude. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I gotta punch this cable.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm so sorry, but I'm like always down to the last minute here.
All good.
Want some food or anything?
We will. We're definitely gonna eat here. So today was pretty low key. It's Friday. We're in Plymouth. It's a little bit gloomy. We had a lot of internal meetings. We had a great lunch and learn led by Josh, the man behind the camera, and it's pretty low key. Excited to have a good weekend and jump right into it.